Hello, everyone, and welcome to It's Your Call, a series where we ask you what you would do on some difficult bidding problems. Today, I am joined by Dan, a good friend from NYC. I met Dan in the Reno Nationals, and he immediately sprung out to me as kind of like a big brother figure. He's always at the bridge table trying to make bridge as fun as possible for everyone around him, even though it can come off as a little bit
Yeah, sure.
crazy sometimes, but it's very, very fun when you get into the mood of it. He came second place in the Red Ribbons with Sam Amer. When was that?
Oof, that was the last time it was the Nationals in Toronto. 16, 17, 18,
Oh
something like that.
wow!
6 years ago, I'd say.
So that was like in your bridge youth.
Yeah, that was my beginnings.
Wow, like great way to start off too. Is you get you get to the red ribbons, and the red ribbons are something I'm curious about. Like the red ribbons, you qualify by getting into it. If you do well in the limited event at like a sectional or a regional, you get a red ribbon qualification, and then you can go to nationals. And I think it's only the summer nationals where the red
Yeah,
ribbons can happen. You just sign up and you go for it.
yeah.
And second place, Bridge Youth. And speaking of his Bridge Youth, he had a little. Dan has a little knack, or he had a little knack for dropping stiff kings offside, which is a little knack that I think we all would have loved to have. And you know, he got into the statistics of bridge and he realized it's not all that likely anymore. So he's never able to drop that stiff king offside
Or
anymore.
nowadays, you can once in a while we'll catch it. Once you figure out the shape, you can catch the stiff king if you figure out the point count. But nowadays, you just typically take the percentage play.
Percentage
If
play
it
of the finesse. It must have been so frustrating to so many people. It's like, it's not the
yeah,
percentage play. Why are you dropping my stiff king?
exactly. I was very proud of it too. But then again, I learned.
Then again, you learned, and then I guess you got just slightly worse. Your luck just ran out. All right, well, you're going to need some luck for this problem. I'm curious what your thoughts are. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's see it.
Okay, here we go. All right, so here's your hand. We are playing match points. No one is vulnerable. All right.
Mhm.
And it starts off with your partner, who is the dealer. We start off with let's go with the most accurate line here. We start off with three spades by partner. And it goes pass to you. What are your thoughts? It's your call.
Mm. Oh, this is
Hmm. It's just rude. It's just rude, is what it is. That bridge
no.
gives us these hands.
I wish you would have passed, and I would just open four hearts.
Yeah, yeah, that would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Match points.
Mm-hmm.
Probably gonna give some partner some slack here and pass.
Mm.
Yeah.
Pass is a
Yeah.
good call in my opinion.
I mean,
It's just hard to bid anything.
I don't want to bury my partner. They made a preemptive bid. We could have total mismatch hands. They could have long clubs and spades. They could be six spades and five clubs. They can have seven spades and four clubs. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know.
And I mean,
We could also
although
no this
it's a seven partner's got seven cards, right? And we've got one. It's technically is a fit, even though your one spade isn't all that useful. You have room for one finesse, but
I mean, if partner has four little clubs and seven spades, they just lead a spade and I don't know, and a stiff heart. We can have just like three club losers. I don't know. I don't love it. And non-vulnerable. First seat, I'm gonna cut them some slack. They don't have to have much.
yeah. All right. Well, we start off this little scenario jumble with a pass, which I think is more than fair. It's very, very hard to come in here with all of our other bids forcing. We don't have enough necessarily for game. And
I,
like
I,
you said, they don't have to have a lot. So this is the first scenario that I wanted to go through. The second starts off with your partner bidding two spades instead.
I mean, three hearts is forcing run round. What's the worst that happens? They bid three spades. I pass.
They bid three spades. We pass.
Yeah.
It doesn't really hurt to try, really.
Yeah. I
So
mean, best case scenario, the partner bids four hearts, right? And now,
right
they have hearts or,
now we know they have hearts. We know that they have extras or a better hand, but it was forcing regardless. So
Yeah,
maybe they don't necessarily have to have extras. So it goes 3 hearts, and in this case, your partner would bid 4 hearts. So
ah,
you get it's kind to you this time, right? After 4 hearts, you have any further thoughts?
yeah. Now I really like my hand.
Like as soon as you hear that partner likes your hearts, you're just over the moon, is what you are,
Well, what could they really have? The ace of spades and the
right?
king of hearts, king third in hearts,
That's what you could
which is
hope for.
very optimistic, right?
Right.
A little more. Let's get the king of diamonds in there, and we got six, right? I don't know.
It's possible. Why not?
Right,
10 points.
right. The chances we don't make on the five level. If you have seven spades and three hearts, we're only missing three cards. So if he has two clubs and a stiff diamond, we're very happy. No, then we only can rough two diamonds. But if he has a stiff diamond and two clubs, I'm gonna pass. More hearts.
I I agree. I think it's way too far off to be trying to go for anything really more.
I mean, you
Um
could bet clubs, but I don't want to. Again, I don't want to bury partner. I don't have that much of a hand, right? Like
mhm.
I very offensive hand, and now it actually upgrades quite a lot when partner bits three hearts. But I just don't see it. I just need too much. Ace of spades, king of hearts.
Yeah, you're asking for a lot, really.
Yeah, I'd be
Um
happy with hearts, right?
mhm. I mean,
Yeah,
4 hearts, getting to 4 hearts over an auction like this is tough, in my opinion. Like, after partners already preempted in one of the majors, and you don't have a lot of space, you just throw in a forcing bid just to try, and then they just happen to bid 4 hearts. You're just in a really happy position whenever this happens, so you don't want to squander it.
yeah. Like you said earlier, I mean, worst case scenario, they rebid three spades, and it's like, all right, I tried, and I'm
Hmm.
not broke. Good hand,
Right.
So
So I know the other thing I wanted to really inquire about was when, let's say, I don't know what kind of a style of preemptor you are. Are you more on the aggressive side, or are you more on the conservative side? Do you
no, I'm pretty aggressive. If partners pass hand here, I'll probably just rip four hearts.
Yeah, okay. So that was another question that I had is that if we had this hand and it went pass, what would we do with this?
Yeah, I would certainly just open up four hearts, right? I
Right.
don't want. And if I'm not making four hearts, they're making four spades, right? Like four hearts in third seat when partners have pass hand is not a weak hand,
Right.
right?
Right.
That shows the hand. Yeah, I'd only bid four hearts.
Right. I mean, the key aspect here is that you don't have any interest for slam on this hand opposite partner's passed hand.
Yeah,
Right? So
sure.
you're not squandering anything, and all you're doing is getting in the way of the opponents, and you actually might have a chance at making 4 hearts.
Yeah, yeah. You're just really jamming up the auction with chances of making this hand, right? Like you
Right.
don't really need from partner, as you said earlier. We don't need much from partner. Three little hearts and the king of diamonds, ace king of diamonds.
Mm-hmm.
And then we make six. Oh
Yep.
no, three hearts and ace king of diamonds. We're good, right? We'll just lose a heart
Right. And yeah, I mean,
and
you're
it's
you're just
making
solving
five.
all of these things right off the bat. Boom. Quick,
Yeah,
quick little things, and it's very important to be quick in bridge, especially in competition. You're more of an aggressive bidder in terms of preempts. Does your opinion change on these hands at all if, let's say, 3 spades, and you kind of knew that your partner was a partner that would always be bidding 3 spades with some sort of two of the top three honors, anything like that? Does that change your opinion at all if they're a lot more conservative with their preempts?
maybe. Yeah, I think it's crucial that these spots like first seat, vulnerable, first seat, non-vulnerable. Our styles change, right? Like
Right.
they're not. There's a lot of variables here, and I think first seat, I would give them a lot of slack when they open three spades. But if I know that they're probably like ace king seventh,
Right.
I may take a chance. Yeah, into big game.
Yeah. So on this particular hand, personally, I think it's a lot less useful information because if they have the ace king of spades, how much does that really help us when we bid 4 hearts? And it's still taking a shot in the dark, right? Or do you
Right.
have a different opinion?
I don't know. I wasn't even thinking about four hearts. I was thinking four spades. I mean, partner could be
Ooh.
Yeah, no, if partner opens up three spades and I really trust them to have, ace, king, 10, seventh, I'm
Mm-hmm.
not playing four spades because if they have void in hearts, then we have just one pitch available on the ace of hearts, and that's not really helpful, right?
Yeah.
If they lead a spade and, they have two little clubs, at least we have a pitch, So I don't know. I'd probably bet four spades if I trust my partner to have good 10 count with seven spades.
Right. It just depends on your preemptive style. You know, personally, myself and yourself, we're a lot more aggressive. We like to be obstructive, right? And
Yeah.
this benefits us when we are bidding on hands and we're obstructing the opponent's auctions. However, there's just another style where preempts are descriptive bids more than anything, where you are still trying to find a good contract, and it's obstructive, but it's not necessarily supposed to only be obstructive, right?
I mean, the problem is like, what if you have queen, jack, 10, seventh of spades and, the ace of diamonds? I would expect partner to open up four, or three spades as well, So if you do it, you should have something, I
Yeah.
don't know.
If we'd have edited this for partner to be second seat, I think four spades is much more likely in any circumstance.
Yeah. Yeah, certainly.
So it's just
As
when
they
are
should.
you willing to preempt? When are you not willing to preempt?
Yeah, I think, you with seven spades and a weak spade holding, you can always bet two spades. So I don't know.
Yeah. Yep.
What's the north end?
Yeah, so let's take a look at the north hand. So partner's hand is ace queen 10 seventh of spades, jack third of hearts, singleton diamond, and king doubleton club. So it's not pleasant.
Mm-hmm.
It is 10 high card points, but it doesn't necessarily mesh well with your hand unless you're in hearts.
Yeah.
You know, you have a double finesse in hearts to take. It's just really annoying that the king queen doubleton of hearts is offside, so you're gonna lose one heart. You're never gonna take the double finesse, but
Right.
um, if it
No,
was a
just
different situation, you know, you'd have to use your youthful skills to drop one of
yeah.
the honors. doesn't it definitely doesn't play well in spades because the king jack fourth of spades is onside. You're only able to take one finesse, and you're always going to be losing two spades.
Yeah.
Um, so
A
hearts is
heart.
certainly a much better spot than spades in this situation. But how do you know?
Yeah, I mean, partner's not really going to bid two spades with that holding. So three
Yeah,
spades, that's a tough one. Three spades, you got to bid four hearts. It's a tough one.
yeah. On the actual hand, what happened is I had the north hand and I opened two spades because I miscounted my spades. I'm like, I can't.
I
I'm
see.
counting my shape. So I overall gave my partner a better opportunity to have a better chance at bidding three hearts, just saying three hearts, what the heck. But in the end, we were playing in two spades. We made three, I think. So
Uh-huh. That's a bad result.
yeah, not very good, not very good.
Mm.
But hey, it's bridge. Um,
Yeah, let's play the hands where we could discuss them and see where we did wrong, get
yeah.
better.
So yeah, I mean, just anything over preempts is difficult. When you're preempting your partner, life's hard.
Yeah,
Okay, I think we've got everything we can out of this hand. Thank you very much for your time, Dan. I enjoyed it.
yeah, thank you. Thank you for having me. It was fun.
All right, great. Yeah, have a wonderful time. We'll see everyone next week.
All right, take care.
Take care.
Take care for having me.
Well, an interesting hand that looks like it's going to be a misfit, but it really isn't. What would you do with the north hand? Would you open two spades? Would you open three spades? Would you open one spade? It does kind of fit the rule of 20. You have seven spades and three hearts. So let us know what you would do there. If north opened one spade, would you bid two over one with this south hand? And how would you handle a preempt from partner? What are your thoughts on this one? Do you like preempting conservatively or do you like preempting aggressively? How would that have changed your decision on this one? Let us know all of your thoughts in the comments down below. And yeah, that concludes this video. If you like this video, then please give us a like and subscribe to the ACBL YouTube channel for more It's Your Call. We do post It's Your Call every single Tuesday. And overall, liking and subscribing makes the algorithm like us more so we can get Bridge out to the masses. We appreciate all of you watching, and I think it's time to say that we'll see you next week. Keep bridging, everybody.